Our chief foreign editor, Rob Parsons, has been keeping an eye on this story. He joins me now for more on this. Rob, first of all, tell us more about this incredibly drastic decision from Total.
Yeah, I mean, it really is drastic, as you put it, but not surprising at all. Total had already suspended its operations at this Afungi site near to the town of Palma, which was the target of these jihadist attacks on March the 24th, fighting which went on for 10 days in that town. So there was no big surprise there, particularly in view of the fact that earlier in the year, January, when there had been jihadist attacks elsewhere in that northern province of Cabo Delgado, where the HQ of Total is in Mozambique. Total took the response then of withdrawing some of its staff, although clearly not all. Now things have gone beyond the point where it feels it can safely continue the operation in Mozambique. This is an operation worth 20 billion for Total, part of the 60 billion, as you referred to earlier on, that the oil fields and gas fields are expected to be worth in Mozambique. And so for Total, it is a very, very big step. And it says it is using the notion of force majeure to justify taking this step. Force majeure obviously being the fact that it has no control over the fact that jihadist militants are attacking its facilities and operating in close vicinity to its facilities in the north of Mozambique. Given those circumstances, it says, it seems impossible for it to continue. Does this mean, though, that Total is pulling out forever from this possible very lucrative operation in northern Mozambique? Well, at least according to the National Petroleum Institute, not so. He says, the head of the institute said today that when the security situation improves in the north of Mozambique, that Total will return. But that's a very big if. You know, the situation has been out of control in northern Mozambique for quite a long time.
Well, just how bad is the situation there now, Robin, and how bad could this be for the entire country? Very
bad indeed, in short. You know, we were talking about that $60 billion sum that the gas, the liquefied natural gas, could be worth off the coast of Mozambique. You know, that could be, potentially at least, as transformative for Mozambique. The idea was that it would be shipped out to Australia, Qatar, Russia, the United States and other places and bring in absolutely crucial income for what is a very poor country. But given the security situation, it looks like, at least in the immediate future, that's unlikely to happen. The fighting has been going on for quite a period of time now, since at least 2017 in the north of the country. Close on 2,600 people have died. 700,000 people have been forced from their homes. The general situation in the Cabo Delgado province is very febrile, to say the least. There's a lot of hostility towards the government there because of government policy of pushing people, families off their own lands to make way, in part, for the gas operations. So there's not an awful lot of sympathy for the government there. The big question is, can it make good on its promise to improve the security situation? Given the incompetence of the Mozambique security forces, they told Total, for instance, that they would create a 25-kilometre safe perimeter around its operations, which they quite clearly have failed to do. Given that, what are the options? I mean, one possibility would be to internationalise the situation, bring in the South African Development Community, which is a regional group for Southern African states, to help with the security. That has been discussed, but it's not there yet.
Thank you, Rob. France 24's Rob Parsons.